Blakemore and Cooper's study of the impact of early visual experience, 1970. Blakemore and Cooper wanted to investigate the development of normal vision when exposed to certain environments, namely a field composing of vertical or horizontal stripes. Previous research by Held and Hine showed that active interaction with the world was important for visual development as they tested the effects of free movement. The study used kittens housed in darkness. It was a laboratory designed with independent measures. The independent variable was whether the cats were exposed to vertical or horizontal lines, and the dependent variables were the cat's interactions with the regular world. From 2 weeks old up until 5 months, kittens were subjected to 5 hours a day of exposure to the display apparatus, a 46 centimetre wide cylinder covered in black and white stripes. One group of kittens had vertical stripes and the other had horizontal. At 5 weeks old, kittens were removed from the apparatus and put into a room containing chairs and tables, where their behaviour was observed. Studies of neurons were also conducted at 7.5 months old. It was found that kittens' pupils responded normally to bright lights, but they usually moved around by touch as opposed to sight. They would not stretch out their paws towards a table, and when an object was moved towards them, no startle reflex was observed. Mostly, kittens returned to normal after about 10 hours, however some had permanent defects as they bumped into objects and had poor depth perception. Some kittens only responded to stimulus in the same orientation as their apparatus lines were. Neurons were also found to orientate themselves significantly in the direction of other apparatus lines. First, Blakemore and Cooper concluded that changes to the visual field are not degeneration but instead a development suiting their environment. They also concluded that neurons could change their preferred orientation, showing the brain could respond to visual input. There were obvious ethical issues with confining a cat to a small space and affecting its visual development, despite the fact that most cats recovered. The laboratory design means a lot of controls could be put in place, such as using a collar to stop kittens seeing themselves and avoiding corners or lines with the cylinder. This gave it high ecological validity. It's likely generalisable to humans as we share similar visual features to cats. Reliability was generally good due to the high levels of standardisation, although only 2 cats had their neural orientation tested. No Joes were harmed in the making of this video.